decision to waive Wade Allison yesterday?
Players played better. Kids.
Did you have a conversation with Wade, and
Yes.
what was your message? Not gonna say.
What did you need to see more out of him in this camp?
For him to play better.
Any specifics?
No.
Carter wasn't out there today.
Sick.
Sick.
In terms of the goalie situation, you told us that you guys are going to start out with Carter and Sam. You obviously were really impressed by Sam last year in his time up here. What do you kind of envision that split being like? Do you think Sam will get more games than the usual backup because you guys are so high on him?
I have no idea. I'm just worried about our first game, and haven't even thought about that.
With Bobby Brink, it's looking like he could be in your opening night lineup. He's on a power play unit. Are his skills, some of his best skills, his vision and his hands, and that's why you want him there?
Well, he makes plays. He's an offensive guy, sees the ice very well, and had a really good camp.
Does this group is now, assuming that Felix goes down, before Monday, leaving you guys with 2 goalies, do you envision this 23-man group being the opening night lineup, roster?
Still not sure. Yeah, we're close, obviously. I'm not sure.
Was it good to see Ristolainen back out there? I know he was a little nicked up, but it seems like he's okay.
He's okay. Yeah, he needed a day, but practiced well today. He's good.
You guys settling in? I know obviously there's a few more days before the start of the season, but are you guys settling in on what you want, the lines and D pairs to be, or do you expect those to shuffle around more?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I've got 2 or 3 sets in mind as far as lines and pairs. I kind of leave the pairs to Shazi as we start playing, but I got 2 or 3 ideas as far as what lines are. I don't know. I don't want to overthink it. We'll wait. We still have a few more days here, and I'm not exactly sure if they're solid. I've been pretty consistent with the ones here today. I'm still not sure if there'll be changes or not.
Is one of the pairs today, which we haven't seen a ton of in camp, was Cam with Travis Sanheim. Is there anything about that pair that I guess excites you? You have 2, guys with puck skills, with good skating ability.
Good skaters. I think Sandy has played really well. Has been so much more competitive right from day one here. I like this kid Walker. I think Walker's had a really good camp. No one talks about him. I think he's had a really good camp. And what the pairs are going to be, still not sure. We shuffled them around the other day because Risto was out. Stalzy. I just can't. I'm not trying to be evasive. I just can't give you the answers as far as how they're all going to look.
John, with your opener not until Thursday, how do you balance making sure they're getting rest versus trying to practice and prepare?
Yeah. They have 2 days now. It's a little bit of a team bonding. I think it's a perfect time. They've pushed along pretty well with high volume of skating, lots of meetings. We've done more meetings this year during camp than we did last year. It's the most I've done. Coaches wanted to do a little bit more early on. We have. I don't have a formula that I go by. You just do it by feel, and I think it's a good time that they get away for a couple of guys are sore, so it works out good, and we still have 2 good practice days, and we get on the road.
Was it that schedule with the bonding event and whatnot? Is that why you guys kind of settled on what looks like could be your roster a little bit earlier? Last year you guys kept guys longer, kept a bigger group together.
I don't even remember. Did we?
Yeah.
No, that's not what we were thinking. It just happened that way this year, and we zeroed on this date as far as bonding prior to camp, but we certainly didn't discuss. Well, we got to get down to numbers to do that. It's just the way it worked out.
I know sometimes coaches are involved in the team bonding, sometimes they're not. Are you guys going to be?
Nope, we're going to leave them alone. I think sometimes when you want the team to bond, we get in the way, and so we'll do our own thing, and they'll do theirs. And the team bonding thing, I think, kind of takes on a little bit of life of its own. I think it gets a little overrated. I'm just glad those guys are going to get away, and they're going to play a little golf and just get away from us. I think some of the best team bonding is just after a long camp is to get away from the coaches. And quite honestly, the coaches get away from the players.
John, we talked with you a lot last year about the locker room. You came in, you kind of wanted to bring it together. Coming out of this camp, where do you feel like the locker room is at in comparison to where it was this time last year?
Yeah. To me, it's night and day, and I think it's one of the biggest improvements I want to make sure. So you're talking about Kevin's gone and Tony's gone. That's what it's not so much the people. Those are really good people. Provi and JVR, really good people. It just where we're at now. I think it's I think we've just taken almost a different look in the room to get away. I think it just gives people a chance to express themselves better, and not like. And I'm not saying Kevin and Tony said shut up. We don't. It's just the athletes in today's game are so respectful. They respect the hierarchy of a locker room, and they don't feel they can react the way they want to when they think they need to, and they just don't feel comfortable. I think this opens it up a little bit. And we talk about rebuilding. I felt we were doing it last year. I right from the get-go, I felt our locker room needed to change. I think this is a huge part that's already started in this year's rebuild. You know how I feel about the locker room, Charlie. You don't get anything accomplished on the ice until that room's straightened out. I think we're really strong there. I really like what's happening there.
Have you liked how the new guys, the new veterans, Stahl, Garnet Hathaway, have you liked how they've integrated so far?
Yeah, and I don't know what they're saying in the room, those guys. I know what they do on the ice. Both of those players, they know one way, and that's the right way. They play hard. Hathaway has played hard every practice, every game. It's just all business. And Mark Stahl is a little bit not as emotionally and go get 'em type as Hath is, but Mark Stahl is a great competitor. And to add those two guys, and where really the guts of our team is as far as youth, to see those guys with them, I think it's a really important part of where we're at right now.
Last one.
Good.
Yeah,
Thanks,
sure.
guys.
Appreciate it.